Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the 3 Yards in a Cloud of Dust NFL podcast. I'm your host, Josh, and with me, as always, my co host, Jonathan.
Hi, guys.
And today is day one of our divisional breakdown leading into the start of the NFL regular season.
NFC North is day one.
Yeah, we've got the NFC North up here first. So the way things are going to go is we have their record from last year, we have their offensive and defensive ranking from last year, and then we're going to predict what we think they're going to end up with this year.
And please, if you don't agree with us, please put it down in the comments. It's like if you think a team is going to be ranked too high, please say what you think they're going to be. If you think they're ranked too low, say what they're going to actually be.
Yeah.
So,
as we've stated in previous episodes, we wanted to do this a lot more in depth, but unfortunately, because of conflicting schedules and timing and stuff, just we couldn't get it together in time. Unfortunately, As it is, we're kind of pushing ourselves to get it out at the last minute here.
Yeah, but you'll get all these episodes. The last episode will come out on Wednesday before the season.
No, actually, it'll come out on Thursday before the season starts.
On Thursday,
yeah.
my fault.
Yep.
And you'll also get a divisional breakdown on Thursday morning as well.
Yep. Plus, we'll be doing a preview of the
Thursday night game.
Thursday night game.
That's what I meant to say. I said divisional breakdown because we're on 8 days of this.
Right, yeah. It's going to be just straight going, episode a day here. So let's get this first one started.
Which will be the longest streak we'll get.
Yeah. For now, at least. For now.
But
anyways, let's get started. So first up, we have the division winner from last year, the Green Bay Packers, at 13-3. They played impressively last year. What can I say? Aaron Rodgers was a man on a mission.
Yeah, because he was pissed off.
Yeah. They had
short to say, but to the point, he was.
He was. That's very true.
Because they drafted a quarterback.
We need more pissed off Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Well, not the Aaron Rodgers we got this offseason, but the Aaron Rodgers we got during the season last year.
Yeah.
Their offense ranked 5th overall, and even their defense was ranked 9th. So both their offense and the defense were in the top 10 of the NFL, which explains why they went as far as they did.
Yep. And that's really good for them. And
Rodgers just choked in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, he had no chance against Tom Brady. He really did not.
Yeah. So we both agreed on a record of 12-5.
Yes.
My whole thing is I still believe they're going to win the division. I think they're going to drop a few more games this year. So they're probably going to be around the 11-6, 12-5 range. Mainly because I think the whole offseason drama that happened is going to affect the team a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And if they do drop more, they would actually drop second because just the team is just fed up with them at this point.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to finish outside of first place.
No.
I think they're still going to win the division because I don't think anybody else in the division is strong enough to take that from them.
No, they're still a strong team. The only way another team could take them down if the line just decides to be like, no, you screwed us over, we're going to screw you over. Have fun.
But I think everybody is of agreement that this is probably going to be Aaron Rodgers' last year with Green Bay Packers.
Oh, without a doubt.
So this might be the last winning season they have for a while.
Yep, and then now we get into Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Who last year had a record of 8-8, which is actually not bad. It really wasn't.
Given the struggles they had on offense last year, it's actually impressive. And not to mention, Mitch Trubisky actually had a decent wild card game.
Yeah.
They failed to win, but he played well.
He showed really good potential, and I expect to see more when I see him play.
Well, he's probably not going to play too much, given that he's now the backup for Josh Allen over in Buffalo.
I know. and the offensive ranked 26th overall, which is why we were saying we were surprised.
Yeah.
And their defense ranked 11th overall.
Yeah, just outside the top 10. So their defense has been stout for years.
Oh, no. They're really good on defense. They've been strong on defense for a couple of decades now, and now It's like they really just have to walk on that offense. They really do.
And I think they've gone in the right direction with drafting Justin Fields.
Yes.
I've been really impressed with his play in the preseason.
Yeah.
He got his welcome to the NFL the other day in the game against Buffalo.
Yeah, he got smacked hard.
He got nailed.
It's like his offensive line broke, and it was hello and welcome to the NFL.
Yeah.
Good night.
But given the kind of mentality that he has and the player he is, I think that's simply going to drive him to be that much better.
And it's also going to, with him having that drive, it's not only going to drive him better, like you said, it's going to drive the rest of the offensive line better.
Yeah, because unfortunately, there was a time when Andy Dalton was a great quarterback, and I think he still has the potential to be a good quarterback, but I don't think he's a long-term starting option.
No,
not anymore.
That gets into...
And he struggled mightily in that game against the Bills. They were down 28-0 before they scored a touchdown.
Yeah. But
mind you, it was a 73-yarder, but sorry.
But that also gets into all prediction for this year.
Yeah, we have them at 10-7.
Yeah, and mostly that's also just because of, though they haven't really done much on the offensive line. They did pick up a few key pieces, which was a good thing through the draft and the offseason, but it's really not going to be enough to push out Green Bay out of first place.
Yeah, and here's the thing: we want to add one caveat to that. That 10-7 record is only if Justin Fields takes over as quarterback.
Oh yeah, if Justin Fields
if
takes
it's Andy
over,
Dalton, I don't think they get much past 8-9.
No, definitely not. So if you guys disagree with us, please put it down below.
Yeah, and I mean, for at least the foreseeable future, there's going to be no 500 records. So unless somebody ties, which is always still a possibility.
Yeah, because the NFL does not know how to not have a tie.
Yeah, I really do think they should just get rid of ties altogether.
Because
they're ugly.
Literally every other sport has gone with it besides soccer. Soccer is literally the only other sport.
Yeah, but they've also made it in such a way to where it's an important part. I think even hockey has ties as well.
Yeah, but both soccer and hockey have a certain point ratio for it.
Yeah.
Football doesn't.
Yeah.
But on to the third team.
The Minnesota Vikings, who finished at 7-9 last year. They had the 4th overall offense, which actually, when I was doing the research for this, that surprised me. I mean, yeah, their offense played well, but I didn't think it played that well.
No, but then you really look at what their defense overall is. With
27th, which kind of explains why they didn't win even 8 games.
Yeah, because their defense let them down too much.
Yeah. I mean, I like Kirk Cousins. I really do. I think he can be a good quarterback, and obviously he wasn't necessarily the problem last year. I think maybe the Vikings picked him up a little too late.
Yeah, I
if they picked him up maybe a year or two beforehand, when they actually had one of the better defenses in the league, I think maybe they could have made some runs. But until they figure out some of those defensive issues, though, the problem is a lot of their star defensive players are now aging out of the team, and they're not having any luck picking up new ones.
And that's where we get to all protections, which we had a conflict with this one.
Yeah.
We were going back and forth. We probably argued for maybe a good 15 minutes on this, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Literally on one team that is not either one of our teams.
Right.
And it's...
But that's how you know we love football.
Yeah. Well, I suggested they would probably go 7-10 just because the players are going out of, like you said, going older and are going to be falling out of that team at that point.
The thing is, though, and I predict them going at least 9-8, one game over 500. Mainly because they did make some moves that I think are actually going to make them better. Not to mention, there's a certain other team that we're about to talk about that kind of got a little worse, or at the very least didn't get any better. That I believe that they'll probably dominate this year, which may lead to that 9-8 record.
Yeah, but we'll find out about, and we'll do a reevaluate of all these teams and the breakdowns about halfway through the season to kind of give everyone what basically the updated of what where they're going to be looking at,
Yeah.
at about the halfway point.
So our record predictions for the Vikings, you have them at 7-10. I have them at 9-8.
So this should be interesting of how this plays out.
Yeah.
And now we go over to the last team,
Which we also differed on our predictions.
which is actually funny with how low we rated them anyway.
It's literally like 2 games that separate them.
Yeah, it's the Detroit Lions,
Yeah.
which I'm surprised we even argued about this. But
They went 5-11 last year.
They went 5-11 last year. The offensive rank was 20th overall. Their defense ranked 32nd overall. They were dead last in defense.
God.
That is awful.
Yeah, I don't think they've had this bad of a defense since they went 0-16.
No, and basically having that low a defense, that's bad. But they did add a quarterback that would actually help them. But we'll really have to see how well that.
And
one
see, that's
plays
where
out.
our difference of opinion comes
Yes.
in, though, because you like that they went out and got Goff, and I don't think it's a bad thing that they went out and traded for Goff.
It's not a bad move, but I just think Stafford couldn't do much more with the team. I think Goff is that new, fresh face and fresh, different type of quarterback they may need.
I think Stafford is a better quarterback than Goff.
I don't doubt that.
I actually do. Everything I've seen from Stafford tells me that he's a better quarterback than Goff. I don't care if Goff's been to the Super Bowl.
But I'm just saying it's like I think from perspective of style wise, I think Goff would be better for that style.
Maybe, but here's the problem though. I mean, if Stafford couldn't get anything done with what he had available, what makes you think Goff's going to do any better?
He's younger, and they can actually continue to actually build around.
Okay, Tom Brady has actually proved that age doesn't mean shit.
But you also got to remember, Tom Brady is Tom Brady.
Yeah, but I mean, he's already proved the man's going to play until he's like 57. You know, he's going to be sitting there looking like Clint Eastwood walking out onto the field with a helmet on.
but this gets to our predictions. I predicted them at 6-11.
I have them at 4-13.
And it's like I'm weighing them that high because basically Goff being that young is like they can easily go out within the season and be able to pull players that will help it.
Yeah.
So they do have that ability.
I guess
Stafford is also is in his low 30s.
Yeah, but I mean,
but you also
once again, age doesn't mean shit.
But Goff is also
anymore.
26, 27?
Something like that, yeah.
So it's like yes, there's a 6-7 year difference, but it's like
maybe more like 4 or 5
still. But
here's the thing, though.
But
like I said,
he still has that speed that Stafford doesn't. Yes, Stafford does have a better accurate arm, but Goff does have that power.
I mean, Stafford can throw the ball deep. He can. He's proven that time and time again. The problem is there's no talent in that wide receiver core for Goff to pass to. He was lucky in L.A. when he had Woods and Kupp all the time, and Higbee too that he could throw to. He doesn't have that in Detroit. Detroit doesn't have that caliber of receivers. We saw that because Stafford couldn't do anything with it. I honestly think Stafford could potentially win the Super Bowl with the team that he's got around him in L.A.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, like I said, if Goff can take them to the Super Bowl and lose to Tom Brady, then I honestly believe Stafford can take them to the Super Bowl and maybe even beat. Well, obviously they can't beat Tom Brady because they're in the same conference now.
But he can beat Tom Brady in the conference finals.
I would not be at all surprised if you see a Rams-Buccaneers NFC Championship game.
No, I wouldn't.
So.
But it's definitely going to be interesting, and you kind of see where all conflict came in.
Yeah.
Welcome to the last 2 teams that we had conflict in.
No, we argued about a few more, but...
but in this division, those are really the only 2.
Yeah. So with the NFC North, though, we pretty much predicted that all the teams are going to stay pretty much right where they are in terms of placing. Packers we have finishing first, Bears we pretty much have finishing second, Vikings third, and Lions last again.
Yeah, because we really don't see Lions getting much better than they were last year, but really not doing worse either.
Honestly, there is only one potential flip I could see happening, and that's between the Vikings and the Bears.
Oh,
so if if Fields doesn't end up taking over as quarterback, or if he ends up taking over too late in the season, then I could easily see the Vikings being the second place team and the Bears being in third place.
Oh, same here.
So, quick recap: we have the Packers winning the division at 12-5. We have Chicago Bears going 10-7 only if Justin Fields plays.
Yes.
If not, they're probably somewhere around 7-10, 8-9.
Probably closer to 8 and 9.
Yeah, and then of course we both differed on the Minnesota Vikings. You have them at 7-10. I have them at 9-8.
And basically, if that ends up happening, I'm pretty sure they'll push closer to that 9-8 if Justin Field does not play.
Yeah.
But if Justin Field does play against the Vikings, there's a good chance they're going to drop to that 7-10.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
So.
And then of course last and certainly least, you have the Detroit Lions at 6-11. I have them at 4-13.
Because I really only seen them winning that extra game.
I see them struggling even getting to 5 wins. Like, like I said, I think it's all going to come down. Like, I don't deny that Goff is a good quarterback. I think he is a good quarterback, and I think he did well in LA. But coming into a new system and having less talented receivers, I think that's going to hurt him a little bit. So that's why I'm saying they're not going to win more than 4 or even 5 games.
But yes, it might hurt him. But if you also think about it, this is probably the first team that he will be on that actually doesn't really have much that he's going to have to use creativeness to actually get plays.
Well, that's because I don't think his head coach is very creative.
Are you sure about that? Because I know he's not.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's very creative. So, but, yeah, I think the Lions are going to be basement dwellers again.
Oh, definitely, without doubt. But hopefully with Goff, they can start building around him.
And I think they will in the next couple of years.
Well, they're going to have to do it starting this upcoming off season after this season, and because if they really want to get anywhere with Goff without him wanting to dip, they're going to have to do something and do something quick.
Yeah, and I mean, they also got those draft picks, too, from the Rams.
Yeah,
so
and I think
they've got a little bit of room to play with.
I think Goff knows that, which is why he's going to want to try play out for a couple of years.
I mean, I don't think anybody ever goes in there saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to purposely throw the game unless you're, well, no, I don't. At least not nowadays. I think everybody's just a little too competitive.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Especially the young players coming in, it's you have to be.
Yeah.
Because you see Mahomes. You saw how Mahomes played against Tom Brady every year they played against. Yeah.
In the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that just tells you how competitive he is, especially against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But they've always put the difference aside and know, hey, out of all generations, you're the best of yours, I'm the best of mine.
Yeah.
And you saw the two conflict battle.
Yeah. So, we do hope for the best for Goff.
Oh, definitely.
We want to see him succeed. You never want it. Well, there might be one exception to the wanting to see somebody fail.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah. But we got a little off topic.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we're good.
But that's it for the NFC North. If you agree with our picks and our predictions, please let us know. If you completely disagree, please let us know as well. We appreciate hearing from you guys.
Yeah, because there is a good chance that we did miss a couple of trades or pickups that we haven't put at all this offseason. And
I know there is a particular Bears fan who may not be happy with our placement of the Bears in this episode, but
we'll hear about it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we'll hear about it.
She'll definitely let us know. So,
but that's it for today's episode of Day 1.
Yep. Join us tomorrow for the NFC South.
Yep.
And until the next one, we'll see you guys later.
See you guys.